In our busy world, life moves so fast. We rush from one thing to the next. Our minds are often full of thoughts. We think about work, family, and many tasks. It can feel like a constant race. Many people feel tired and stressed. They long for a moment of peace. This feeling is a gentle call from within ourselves. It asks us to slow down and find a quiet space inside. Yoga and meditation are becoming very popular. This is not just a trend, it is a deep human need. These tools help us connect with ourselves and find balance. Yoga and meditation teach us to be present and kind to ourselves. Many start these practices hoping for simple stress relief, but find a new way of living. We will explore stories of people who answered that gentle call and found a deeper connection to life.
Sarah was a successful marketing executive. Her life looked perfect from the outside, but inside, Sarah felt a constant storm. Her mind raced with deadlines and presentations. Sleep was often difficult, and she felt anxious much of the time. One day, a colleague mentioned a lunchtime yoga class. Sarah was skeptical but desperate for relief. "I remember feeling so out of place in that first class," she said. For a few moments, her mind was a little quieter. She decided to try meditation too. The first few attempts were frustrating, but she kept trying. She wanted to enjoy her life, not just rush through it. Sarah read articles about the benefits and heard stories from others. She realized that like any new skill, it required practice. This was the true beginning of her journey. Slowly, things began to change for Sarah. She had always been a bit skeptical about yoga and meditation, but she decided to give it a try. After a few weeks of regular yoga, she noticed her body felt different. Her muscles were more relaxed, and she felt a newfound flexibility. She felt less tension in her shoulders and could breathe more deeply. The simple act of focusing on her breath brought a sense of calm she hadn't felt in years. "I started to feel more connected to my body," Sarah explained. "It was like discovering a part of myself that I had forgotten existed." Meditation started to become less of a battle. Instead of fighting her thoughts, she learned to observe them without judgment. "The biggest lesson was that I am not my thoughts," she said. This realization was a game changer for her mental well-being. This space brought a sense of calm. It was a sanctuary she could retreat to whenever life felt overwhelming. The constant anxiety started to lessen. She found herself smiling more and worrying less. Her colleagues noticed a difference too. They saw a more relaxed and approachable Sarah. She seemed calmer in meetings and handled stressful situations with more grace. Her ability to stay composed under pressure was remarkable. "My boss even commented on it," Sarah shared with a smile. It felt good to be recognized for her inner transformation. She realized that inner peace wasn't just for her. It also positively affected her relationships and work. Her interactions with friends and family became more meaningful. Yoga and meditation became her anchors. They grounded her in the present moment and provided a sense of stability. "They didn't make the problems go away," she said, "but they changed how I responded to them." This shift in perspective was empowering. I found peace right in the middle of my busy life. It was a journey worth taking, and she wouldn't trade it for anything.
David was a retired firefighter who had dedicated his life to saving others. He carried the weight of many difficult experiences, memories that haunted him day and night. His body ached from years of demanding work, each muscle a reminder of the physical toll his job had taken. He also struggled with restless nights and troubling memories that would not let him sleep. A friend, noticing his distress, suggested he try a yoga class designed for people with trauma. David was hesitant, but agreed to go once, thinking it couldn't hurt to try. That first class was tough, emotionally more than physically, he recalled, as it brought up many buried feelings. The yoga teacher was kind and understanding, creating a safe space for everyone. She emphasized that it was okay to rest and modify poses, which made David feel more comfortable. David decided to try again and started exploring guided meditations focused on healing and inner peace. The meditations were hard at first, but the guide's voice would gently bring him back to his breath. helping him find calm. His inspiration to continue came from a deep desire for relief and a better quality of life. He wanted to connect with his family again and find joy in his retirement, something he had longed for. He saw a glimmer of hope in his friend's experience, which encouraged him to keep going. This small spark of hope fueled his commitment, and he continued his journey towards healing and peace. As I continued my yoga and meditation practice, I began to notice subtle shifts. The chronic pain in my back and shoulders started to ease. I felt a little more flexibility in my body. I wasn't expecting the physical benefits to be so noticeable. I started to sleep a little better too. The nightmares became less frequent. Through meditation, I learned to acknowledge my difficult memories. I learned to see them without being overwhelmed by them. I realized that I could feel my emotions without letting them consume me. It wasn't about forgetting the past. It was about changing my relationship with it. I learned that I am stronger than my memories. My family noticed the changes. I felt like I was slowly coming back to life. I started to feel joy again, simple joys, like spending time in my garden or talking with my wife. These practices gave me my life back.
I was in my early 20s and felt lost and unsure about my future. I saw my friends pursuing careers and relationships. I felt pressure to have it all figured out. But inside, I felt a sense of emptiness. I stumbled upon yoga through social media. I signed up for a beginner's workshop at a local studio. I was so nervous that first day, but the teacher was welcoming. Inspired by the yoga class, I decided to explore meditation. At first, my mind was very restless, but I persisted, starting with just 5 minutes a day. My main inspiration was a deep longing for connection. I wanted to connect with myself on a deeper level. I wanted to understand my own desires and passions. This strong desire kept me going. Even when the practices felt challenging, I sensed there was something valuable to discover. With consistent practice, I started to notice changes in both my body and mind. Physically, yoga helped me feel more grounded and strong. My flexibility improved, and I felt a newfound strength in my muscles. I enjoyed the feeling of moving my body with intention. Each pose felt like a dance, a celebration of what my body could do. I started to appreciate my body for what it could do, rather than how it looked. This shift in perspective was liberating. It wasn't about looking a certain way. It was about feeling good from the inside out. The inner peace I found was transformative. Mentally, meditation helped me to quiet the noise in my head. The constant chatter and stress began to fade away. I learned to observe my thoughts and feelings without getting carried away by them. This mindfulness brought clarity and calm. This created space for my inner voice to emerge. I began to understand myself better and listen to my true desires. I started to hear my own intuition more clearly. It guided me in making decisions that aligned with my true self. The most significant change for me was a growing sense of self-acceptance. I embraced who I was, flaws and all. I learned to be kinder to myself and stop comparing myself to others. This self-kindness was a gift I hadn't known I needed. Yoga and meditation taught me to trust the process of life. I learned to let go of control and embrace the journey. My journey with yoga and meditation helped me discover my passion for helping others. I wanted to share this transformative practice. I decided to train as a yoga teacher. This decision felt like a natural extension of my own practice and growth. My life now felt authentic and joyful. I was living with purpose, guided by my passion and inner peace.
The stories of Sarah, David, and Marie are unique. Each person faced different challenges and found their own way to peace. Yet, there are common threads in their journeys. These threads show us the shared gifts of yoga and meditation. One of the first gifts many people discover is stress reduction. These practices offer tools to calm the nervous system. Another common benefit is increased self-awareness. Yoga invites us to listen to our bodies. Meditation encourages us to observe our thoughts. Through this, we learn so much about ourselves. We understand our patterns, our triggers, and our strengths. Many also experience improved physical well-being. Yoga can increase flexibility and strength. Perhaps the most profound gift is a deeper sense of connection. These practices help us to remove the barriers we build around our hearts. The journeys of Sarah, David, and Marie are inspiring. They show us that change is possible. They remind us that peace is within reach. Yoga and meditation offer a path to greater calm, clarity, and connection. These ancient practices have helped millions of people. If you feel that gentle call for stillness, listen to it. You don't need to be flexible to start yoga. You don't need a quiet mind to start meditation. You just need a willingness to try. Start small and be patient with yourself. Remember, it is a journey, not a race. The benefits are waiting for you. You can experience less stress and more joy. Consider this your personal invitation to step onto your own path. The journey to inner peace is the most rewarding journey of all.